Alright guys, so we have Crunchy Chip Cookie who came out like literally yesterday, and I believe it's about time where I do share some teams that you guys can use with Crunchy Chip Cookie. Of course, this is not the only team, but it is a team that I have been using for a while, and it's very interesting to see how he can be used inside a different team. But one thing for sure is that he is going to be working awesome when he is paired with Summoner comp. Okay, I have tested out him in like different teams that are not Summoner, and yes, he works, but he really shines in teams like this where you do use someone like Pumpkin Pie, Cotton, or even the Pincushion sometimes to maximize the buff and the damage that he is able to do. But in this case right here, we are taking advantage of the scythe in order to increase the crit percentage for all of the cookies as well as Crunchy Chip in order to maximize his damage output, even though he is going to be that frontline tank with the full solid almond topping. So here we go. Topping is going to be 5 solid almond for our Crunchy Chip. You can focus on a bit of a cooldown if you guys have the leisure to, but for me right now, 0% cooldown and a little bit of crit percentage. Of course, having crit percentage is definitely going to help out in order to have him do more damage. Next one is going to be our Sorbet Shark. Sorbet Shark is going to be working great with our Crunchy Chip, not only because he pushes the enemies together for Sorbet Shark to actually deal damage, but also because of the fact that there's a lot of double tank comps still going around inside of the arena. So for me, I went with 5 solid almond, focusing on damage resist as well as a bit of cooldown, just so that Sorbet Shark can use a little bit more of the skill and a bit faster than having 0%. Next one is going to be our Pumpkin Pie. Pumpkin Pie with 5 of the solid almond as well, focusing on damage resist. I would say the higher damage resist is going to be better for her because she is probably one of the squishier ones inside of this team, and will get bursted down if you are versing someone like Sea Fairy and Frost Queen Eclair together. Alright, next one is going to be our Cotton 5 Swift Chocolate, focusing on damage resist cooldown, and our Herb. Herb is a bit different. Tried it out, liked it, went with it. Don't even have any extra Swift Chocolate topping as of right now, so I just ran with it, and it is going to be the 5 Juicy Apple Jelly topping. Damage resist is a little bit lower, but he is in the back, so not too much of a problem sometimes. But his crit allows him to really heal well, even with less cooldown. Alright, so he makes up for it. His burst healing is really good, so Cotton really kind of comes in to help if his healing is not enough at the end and you need a little bit of extra healing. So 5 Juicy Apple Jelly, focusing on crit percentage. His skill has been changed a little bit, but it's not too much of a difference. He's more consistent in his healing now, so we'll just use him, and really, he works great to deal with all the Eclairs out there right now. Treasures can be replaceable. Scythe can be replaced with Feather. Scythe can also be replaced with something like Pincushion. But in this case, I am running the Scythe, not only for Crunchy Chip, but also for Herb as well. But let's go into the arena now and see how well we do against some of the teams. Alright guys, here we go. A double tank comp. Let's see how well we do against this team. Okay, so here we go. So something I really like about the combination of Crunchy Chip as well as Sorbet is because of the fact that Crunchy Chip really works well in grouping the cookies together on the enemy team in order for Sorbet to do maximum damage. Alright, because sometimes, when you use Wallberry as well as Clotted Cream Cookie, the problem that you guys had was that when they use their skill, Sorbet Shark can kind of miss and not target the frontline tank because of the fact that they're getting pushed around too much. But in this case with Sorbet Shark with Crunchy Chip, that's not a problem because Crunchy Chip is going to group them together. Right? It's kind of like how it was back then with Hollyberry with Sorbet. So it works out really well in grouping them together. And here you can even see after Crunchy Chip dies, the wolf is going to go in rage and will do crazy amount of damage with the crit percentage as well. So you can see that the damage right here is 5 million by our Crunchy Chip. Sorbet just really doing their job by dealing with the tanks, and then our Cotton as well as Pumpkin Pie behind doing the extra damage for the team. Alright guys, here we go. Another double tank comp this time, but with a single healer, Cotton in the back. Let's see how well we do against this team. Alright, here we go, and it's gonna be a Sea Fairy and Frost Queen this time around. Can be a bit dangerous because of the burst damage that these two can do, but we'll hope that our Herb and Cotton can heal the damage. Here we go. Herb is going to use skill to heal. Cotton follows up. Okay, very close of actually dying here. Our healers are both dead. So I would say though, like using this team against a burst team like this can definitely be a problem, because of the fact that, you know, Sea Fairy and Frost Queen are just going to constantly CC these guys, crowd control, stun them, freeze them, preventing them from using their skills. So it can be a problem when you guys do go against something like this. Alright, so something that I would advise, if you do want to use this team against something like this, then I would say switching the Scythe for a Feather, I would say it might work out better than using a Scythe. Alright guys, this time around we got a single tank comp. It is going to be Wallberry, Clotted Cream, probably going to be like someone like Eclair or Sorbet here, and then going to be Cotton. That's my guess, but let's see how well we do against this team. There we go. And it's going to be an Eclair and a Pumpkin Pie. Okay, so good thing we did bring the herb here, which is going to help us deal with the weakness debuff. But Clotted Cream definitely can do a great burst damage to our team. But right there, we were actually able to deal with the Wallberry in the beginning with Sorbet, so that is actually going to be a really good thing. Can our team survive? Yes, they can. And use the heal right there. And then we're just going to be able to just go sweep through the enemy's line, because Wallberry has been defeated earlier on. So there you go. Okay, that was really close though, guys. I mean, if Claudia did a little bit more damage, then both our Cotton and Herb would have been dead. But you guys can see that the healing, 4 million by our Cotton and 3.8 million by our Herb. So definitely a good healing, good consistent healing right there. And the damage output from all of our cookies are actually very evened out right here. Alright guys, so here we go. One last battle before we end the video. But here we go. A single tank comp that we have a missing and a missing of. They are actually running the insignia with the enchanted robe. So very interested to see what kind of team this is going to be. Here we go. And we actually saw a caramel arrow here in the front with the Clotted Cream cookie in the middle. Alright, this is a very interesting team that I have not really seen before. I mean, I've seen Wallberry in the front, I've seen Sorbet in the front, I've seen Eclair in the front, but just solo Caramel Arrow in the front is a very interesting choice, because, you know, she definitely is just going to get bursted down by someone like Sorbet. And you guys can see that that's what happened here with our Sorbet. Even though the insignia is there, we're just able to chew away and just, you know, deal so much damage. So very interesting team, but against our semi-summoner, not a problem. Pumpkin Pie just dealing so much damage right there, guys. And our Cotton and Herb just keeping our team alive. Even though they're doing more burst damage than us, our heal is just way greater. 4 million compared to their 1 million, guys. Alright guys, but there you guys go, a team that you guys can use. I've been testing it out, it's working pretty well. Something that I will tell you guys though is, if you do find a burst team that you guys are versing, someone with like Dark Cacao and our Wallberry, and you see the two middle missing, you might want to switch out the Scythe for a Feather, just so that in case your healers or your Pumpkin Pie dies, then they will come back to, you know, support your team once again. But, you know, against a single tank comp, not really too much of a problem here, because of the fact that you're able to burst them down with the extra crit percentage from the side and our Sorbet and Crunchy Chip working together. So just wanted to share this team with you guys. A very interesting team because of the fact that we are using a Juicy Apple Jelly set for Herb. But if you do not have it, you guys can always use a Swift Chocolate set, just so that you can use his skill a little bit more often. Alright, but there you guys go. I hope you guys found the video helpful. I'll be testing out more teams with Crunchy Chip Cookie, and we'll be sharing them with you guys. Maybe in the future, the next video might just compile a lot of the different teams, different variations that you can use with him. And I'll also be comparing different toppings as well. And we'll make a final video to tell you guys whether he is worth building or not with this current meta. Anyways guys, thanks for watching once again. If you guys enjoyed and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you guys don't miss out on any future Cooking Kingdom videos as well as live streams that I do on YouTube. Anyways guys, thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.